I've
That
been
was
here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so, having said that, I want me some glory hole.
Jerry.
That's how we're starting. Oh,
I just had a pen somewhere. There I go. Couple of Sodas podcast, man. Long time no see, man. Good. And this one on me at work. You muted. Mm. Well, yeah, man, we back, man. It's been a long time, but mm. Knicks go down 3-1.
of course, right when I go live, my wife comes in and my kids are coming in and one's screaming at me.
Mm. Well, go on here. Give me your. Let's make it quick, man. Give me your.
So I got this top 10. It's probably gonna make people mad, but this is going off the free agency and the draft. If the teams live up to up to their what do you want to call it, their hype, or whatever you want to call it. This is kind of how teams finished last year and what they did with the free agency and the draft. Like I said, number 10 we have the Chargers, LA Chargers. Number 9 we got the Chiefs.
Mm.
Chiefs. That's gonna make some people mad, but I personally think they're on the down tick. I don't really, I didn't see them making any moves in the offseason that really screamed, hey, we're trying to win a Super Bowl, other than re-signing that guard. 8,
They
same
got
with.
a tackle. They
Well,
traded up to get a tackle.
I don't know. Who else do they have for playmakers? The same 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 also kind of act like the Chiefs. I hate to say it, but the Bills. They didn't really do anything in the offseason that impressed me, but as long as they got Josh Allen, same with the Chiefs, as long as they have Pat Mahomes, they have a chance to, get things going. Number 7, we have D'Lo's Chicago Bears. Breaking the top 10 for the first time since we've been doing our top 10 between me, you, and Owen. They are finally in a
Hit the
top
button
10.
on that, bro. Bravo, buddy. Bravo.
They had a very good, very, very good offseason with the free agency and draft. And then with Ben Johnson coming in, I think they can, they still have to prove me wrong. They still got to prove me wrong. The Bears have done nothing but, you know, prove me right for years. So hold on just a minute.
Yeah, man, that really means a lot coming from you. It means a lot, bro.
Holy cow. So that was the Bears at 7. Number 6, we've got the Los Angeles Rams. I think with adding Devontae and the draft that they did, they have a very young defense. I can see them making playoffs and making Super Bowl run. That was number 5, right? Number 4, the Detroit Lions. I could probably have them a little lower on this list after losing both Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. Kind of curious to see, but I mean, they still have a great offensive and defensive cast going on, so we'll see what happens going forward. And number 3, the Vikings. My Vikings. I think they had a great free agency.
Mm.
And I think with the addition of their first round draft pick, the left guard, I think they're gonna make some noise. He does. Actually, number 2. Any guesses on who I got it to?
The Eagles,
Same division.
Commanders.
The Commanders. They had a great offseason. They got a new left tackle. They got a new weapon in Devo. He might be only good for a year, but I think the Commanders are helping. And number 1, this is on the offensive and defensive line, but I think they replace both these well. I think the Eagles
I can't hear you.
Why can't you hear me?
Your mic was going in and out.
I got kids in here yelling at me. Did you hear the last part? The Eagles, number 1.
Mm-mm.
Eagles at 1. This is my way too early top 10. Tell me who you think should be in, should be out. Packers are, like I said, I can have the Lions a little lower. Maybe the Chiefs a little higher. People probably get up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Probably the Lions. I think the Lions losing both coordinators gonna hurt them a little bit. Packers ain't really do too much.
The Packers added a mediocre guard, and they drafted a wide receiver in the first round in the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, the Chiefs though, they could have been up a little bit. They got one of them good tackles that they traded up for, so we'll see how that go.
I mean, like I said, all the the Vikings could be a little lower. We don't know, but I mean, I'm just going off free agency and the draft, and if there's a new coordinator coming in, coordinators going out, I think and then I do have I'm working on right now getting division winners, and that the top 10 doesn't have that. This is how I can see things playing out if everything, say everyone's healthy on the Commanders, they could easily, but they could be a 10-7 team. You just don't know. We're not going to know. The Chiefs could, you never know. The Chiefs could go 17-0.
Yeah, Chiefs gonna be the Chiefs.
But I mean, there's other teams that are that are on the line, like borderline. I think the Raiders. I personally think the Raiders are going to make big. That division's tough. You have the Broncos and the Raiders that are both right there. I think Pete Carroll's going to turn them around. You have a team like the Packers, the Bucks. You don't know. There's some teams I'm not even putting in the consideration for top 10, like the Cowboys. I put the Panthers there before the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
But no, this is, and I'm sure people are no, this is how I think I think there's certain teams that have a bigger upside if things, like the Commanders. The Commanders, in my mind, have the better roster.
Yeah, I don't like the Commanders.
You don't like the Commanders? They scare you? Or you still got that bear flu from that Hail Mary?
Somewhat.
No, I mean, they're a very, and the Bears, I don't know. Could they sneak, could they, year one, Ben Johnson, do it? It might take, they might be a 500 team. It might take them a year. You just never know. We don't know what McCarthy's going to do. We don't know what Caleb's going to look like in Ben Johnson's system. We don't know. But outside of McCarthy, the Vikings have a stellar roster. The Lions, losing both their coordinators, still have a stellar roster. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see.
One of them teams got to make way in the NFC North for the Bears.
All four could make the playoffs.
Yeah, but
I think we talked about I think they could. All four could.
It happened before with the NFC East.
So I mean, it'll be, but there are teams that are one injury away. Say Goff tears his ACL in training camp. Who are they going to start? Hendon Hooker all year? The Bear. You just never know. That's my way too early. I am working on wins losses. How I think the divisions are going to play out. We can get to that at a later date. That's just my way too early preseason top 10.
Power rankings.
I wouldn't even call it a power ranking. It's just my preseason top 10. The top 10 teams, like the top 10 teams
Who
that
won the offseason?
I mean, I could even put the Bears higher.
Yeah, you could, but you
because
won't.
I could, because do I think they did more than the Ravens? Yes. The Eagles I just put up there because I mean they're the Eagles, the defending champs. But really, the Commanders, Vikings, Bears, and even the Chargers I could put higher just because I think they had a great offseason between free agency and the draft. So, Chiefs fans, relax. That's why they are at 9. That is not how I think the season is going to play out. I still think we'll win that division. I don't see a team really competing with them unless it's the Raiders, because Bo Nix and his garbage time. Because Bo Nix is still garbage in my mind, and nothing's going to change.
Hot garbage, right?
Hot, stinky, smelly garbage. Actually, it's mainly just because I don't like Sean Payton. We got Wolves Warriors kicking off here. What now? Should be on now, but it's not on yet.
Yeah, I gotta put mine together, B.
So hopefully that's what we got going on. Hopefully the Timberwolves go up 3-1.
Yeah, how you feeling about that series?
It's interesting. They are a much better. The Warriors are a much better defensive team than I gave them credit for. I was thinking that with the Timberwolves size, like with Randall, Naz Reid, and Gobert, I didn't think the Warriors would be able to do much. But I mean, they're rebounding the ball. They're very good at passing and scheming different defenses up. Whether they're coming down playing zone, they're just very good at making things look ugly. I watched pretty much all that game Saturday, and the whole game pretty much, the Timberwolves didn't seem like they were doing much, but they pulled it out. I would like them to get a win tonight and then close things out Game 5 Wednesday. So we'll see. I would like to. I don't know. I'd like them to get past the hump of last year, that Western Conference stink. But
Yeah,
Cooper Flagg's going to be joining Kyrie and AD in Dallas.
Yeah, I wanted him to go to the Bulls or the Spurs.
The Spurs would be dangerous because that'd be kind of how how the whole Tim Duncan thing played out. David Robinson hurt, and then they got what? Mm-hmm. You can open it. You can do it. You guys make things impossible.
Well, yeah, the Eagles had a nice run. They drafted.
Hold on, I gotta open the door for him.
They drafted pretty good. What? What this? I had it charging my laptop, but it's already charged. So you say you taking off tomorrow?
Oh, there we go. I forgot my. Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Good. I forgot my computer was touchscreen. My mouse won't work. I'm like, what the heck happened? I couldn't unmute myself. Yeah, taking off tomorrow. Be back Friday night. We'll see.
Damn.
Yeah. Slowly putting my room together. I'm not I'm still adding stuff to my wall. I keep buying stuff, and you can still see Liv Morgan right there, autographed picture.
You won't be there for long.
She's been there, and she'll always stay there. I keep adding McCarthy. He's my new. I keep adding McCarthy to my collection. I just picked up a Brock Bowers autograph card the other day. Might hold on to that for a while.
You said Brock Bowers?
Oh yeah, that tight end for Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the game finna come on. It's starting now.
Yeah, hopefully I
got the
can.
Warriors.
What's that?
I said I got the Warriors winning tonight.
I don't know. The Minnesota needs to win this without Curry. They need to, Boston doesn't really have anybody. Or not Boston. I'm still thinking of the Boston next game. Warriors don't really have anybody anymore. They have Butler. Kuminga had a nice game last game, but the Timberwolves need to win this tonight. And I think Ant's going to come out, and I think they'll win tonight. I think they'll win Game 5. Ant's been very, very quiet in this series. I don't know if you paid attention in the LA game, Lakers series. He was very vocal getting into it. It's like he's almost trying to figure out what the Warriors are doing defensively. But it'll be interesting. So, all right. Well, I better bounce. My wife's getting angry out there.
So, yeah, man.
So we'll have to go live. I'll get them to bed early on next Sunday, and we'll go live Sunday again if you're available.
Yeah, I'm off.
All right. Yeah, maybe we can do a little more in depth. Maybe by then it'll be. Will we be into the Western and Eastern Conference yet? Sunday? Yeah, so we should have do our conference picks and then our championship picks. Man, Indiana. Who would you pick out of New York and Indianapolis right now?
New York.
I would too. They're a sneaky good team. Sneaky good.
Yeah, I would want Thibodeau to get one at that point.
He's just a sneaky good. Does Taj Gibson still play for the Knicks, or is he done?
I think he's still over there.
Is he still there? Probably doesn't play, but let me see.
Tibbs. He be following Tibbs, so
I don't even think he's on their, on their roster right. He might be. I don't know. Interesting to see how things play out. All right, well, I'm gonna bounce.
all right, man.
Catch you later.